NASCAR Heat 5 League Racing, the Monster Energy NASCAR Racing League from Charlotte Motor Speedway. This is the Mountaineer Racing Channel, and I am your host, Mountaineer. Tonight, the Monster Energy NASCAR Racing League will take on the Coke, really 300, but Coke 600, the longest race of the season. 3 remaining races before the Season 5 playoffs. Charlotte, mile-and-a-half track. A little unique. We'll talk about that as the night goes on. On pole, Ruby has won 13 stages this season, but just 2 race wins for Ruby. So he's looking to add to that total. All right, we also, C. Matikansky will be starting second. And I believe Kojak is third, and Conkey will start fourth. It's a 200-lap race. This race divided into 4 stages instead of the usual 3 stages. Each stage, the top 5 drivers will get stage points at the end of each stage, and a playoff winner of the stage. So more points available, important for getting into the playoffs this season. Yeah, so the top 5 starting lineup this race will be Ruby, aka Embrace Greatness, in the 8, C. Matikansky in the 19, Kojak in the 4, Conkey in the 22, and then Doc in the 12. So the Coke 600, the longest race on the NASCAR calendar, that race gets divided into 4 stages instead of the usual 3. Stage will be 50 in this race, and the keys to this race. So first thing, don't make mistakes. Not going to be able to catch up unless you get cautions, but cautions can be few and far between here, so mistake, you're basically taking yourself out of the stage, and if you make a mistake in the final stage, you're taking yourself out of the race. The other important thing is track position. It is not particularly easy to make passes, so getting good track position will be important. So strategy. Last season, we saw the winning strategy in the stage was to split the stage in half, at least when the stage went green, and that produced our winner last season. So we'll see which strategy reigns supreme here, and of course cautions will throw off everything. So we're going to see how that goes. We should be getting ready to start soon. Ruby on pole. We're going to see a lot of long runs, probably not too many cautions. So our pole sitter Ruby, he's got 2 wins. He is averaging 3.86 points per stage. The max you can get in a stage is 5. He's getting on average 3.86 points. That's pretty insane. He has 13 stage wins in 11 starts this season. He has run 22 stages. He's won 13 of those stages. Ruby having an incredible season. But is he going to win tonight? I'm not so sure. We have fast drivers at Charlotte, including Conkey, who has won multiple stages in this race, but never the race. Jeter, who is a past Coke 600 champion, I believe, 2-time Coke 600 champion. Let me just double check that. Yeah, he won the Season 2 and Season 3 versions of this race. So yeah, Jeter, 2-time Coke 600 champion. He's probably the favorite for tonight, but Ruby, he'll be really strong. Conky, he'll be really strong. It should be a dogfight amongst those. All right. All right. Well, we're having some technical difficulties right now. We'll be getting this race in a few minutes. All right. So, a few technical difficulties right now. Races left until the Season 5 playoffs begin. We have tonight at Charlotte, next week Pocono, and then the week after that will be Homestead. Finish off the regular season, and then we'll have 7-race playoffs, 3 rounds. We won't be talking too much about the point situation tonight. We'll do that more, but not so much tonight. All right, so after the technical difficulties, our starting lineup's been shuffled around. All right, we are green. All right, and we are going racing at Charlotte Motor Speedway. Ruby is still the pole sitter. All right, so first stage 50 laps, second stage 50 laps, third stage 50 laps, and guess what? The fourth stage 50 laps. Long one tonight, but it should be fun. The Coke 300 Monster Energy NASCAR Racing League Season 5 getting underway here. All right, Ruby in a beautiful cheddar scheme on pole. Got a lot of patriotic schemes, at least from the 224. All right, Ruby's going to try and clear Jeter. Oh, we have the 24 car on, that's Deadman Casket on the inside wall. It's up to third already. The 8, the 2, the 4, the 19, and the 22 as they've settled single file through 3 and 4. Kojak looking high on Jeter for second place. Not an easy pass to make on the outside. Now Matikansky's going to look inside on Kojak. But Kojak getting a strong run through the center. Is that going to be enough to get by Jeter? It looks like it might be. Kojak, he's going to try and take Ruby. Ruby blocks. the 4 side by side. 4 car getting tight on the outside of 3 and 4. He's going to lose second. Might lose third to Matikansky. A little bit of contact. Won't be too much trouble for either driver. Inside for the lead. Ooh, Ruby's able to close the door. They both slid up the hill a little bit. Matikansky advantage. Conkey hanging out in 4th. For the lead, Jeter trying to keep his car down on that blue and white line. He's got a nose ahead, but hasn't completed the pass just yet. 2-8-19, battle for the lead. Conkey's up to 4th. Jeter clears Ruby. Ruby keeps it off the wall just barely, but he's going to lose a bunch of spots. Pole sitter dropping back. Looks like he's going to drop to 5th. Here comes Conkey for 2nd. Nope, Matikansky's closing. Oh, Kojak put Ruby, put Built in the wall. Looked like Jeter tagged the wall on his own there in 4. Matikansky can't take advantage. No yellow. Here's the 12 of Doc Hopper, battling with Scotty Racer. The 19's all over the back of the 2. Built's going into the wall. The 12's going into the wall. Here comes Matikansky looking for the lead. Will go on board with the Bass Pro Shops number 9. So Charlotte, it's maybe the tightest of the 1.5-mile tracks in terms of your average handling. Especially 3 and 4, you get really tight, and the car tightens up as the run goes on, as your tires wear out. It's a little different than most 1.5 miles. Okay, that's just a little lag on my end. 6 laps complete so far. We have 43 laps to go in stage 1. And you're seeing it a lot in 3 and 4, especially if you are on the outside. That wall comes up on you quick. So you really want to be on the bottom in 3 and 4. 1 and 2, you can kind of use the outside to pin down the inside driver and make progress that way. Matikansky is going to take a peek to the outside, backs off. Now he gets a little room, forces the issue, and he will take the lead. Jeter's going to drop to 3rd. The 8, the 2, the 22, and the 4. As we complete our 8th lap. Ruby's got a nose inside the 19. And it looks like he's going to be able to complete this pass. Maybe? Not quite. Matikansky hanging on tough on the outside. Jeter trying to get back in the fray. And you just see as you go through, oh, there, 3 wide briefly. That's going to cost Jeter at least a spot, if not 2. But yes, he does. And you can see as it transitions from 3 to 4, just gets so tight. We see these cars sliding up. You saw both slide up. That allowed Conkey to move from 4th up to 2nd. I told you that 22 car was going to be fast tonight. Matikansky, he is not cutting these Penske boys a break. Oh, contact. Kojak keeps it going straight. He drops to 5th. Matikansky got inside of Conkey, forced both of them up the hill. Kojak tried to take advantage, then when the 20 touched, he was in trouble. And that puts Ruby in this 8 car. He's clear of the fray right now with 46 laps to go. Sorry, 38 laps to go. My math is really bad. Little further back, It is the 12 of Doc Hopper in 6th, followed by the 20 car. Whoops, there's the 20 car. Built Racing, he's 7th. Scotty Racer in 8th. We have Gas Hauler making his series debut. Lovely, lovely number 4 for Gas Hauler. Running 9th. And he's not able to get hit down to the bottom until very late in the corner. Gotta wonder if he's having some handling problems. And then there's the 24 of Deadman bringing up the rear right now. And he is about to go a lap down. So to our leader. There's Ruby. Conky in 2nd, holding up a train of cars. The draft is really what's making that train happen. Draft very powerful at Charlotte. And Conky's not close enough to Ruby to get his draft and latch on and catch up. '24 car on pit road as he was going a lap down. Looking back at Ruby, he is wrapping that blue and white line much more effectively than the cars behind him. So a nice handling number 8 Cheddar Chevrolet to start the day, or start the night, for Embrace of Greatness. 5, not much change here recently. It's Ruby, Conky, Matikansky, Jeter, and Kojak. Jeter looks like he's going to run, not quite. Conky really tight off of 4, kept it off the wall. Now we're getting a lot of lag. There's Deadman exiting pit road and taking it through the grass. Conky, Matikansky, Jeter, Kojak, that's 2 through 5 as they run. Oh, Conky kept it out of the wall, but that should give Matikansky a run. He can't take advantage. Jeter tried to get inside Matikansky. That was a risky move. Kojak to the outside of Jeter. That's not going to pay off for Kojak as he took it. Let's find the 22 car. Believe Deadman Casket now 3 laps down already. Less than 20 laps into this race. We are approaching the fuel window if somebody wants to make a very bold strategy. Not a move I would make, that's for sure. Conky not getting closer to the 8 car, but doing a great job of keeping... Ooh, he just smacked the wall as I said he was doing a great job. Doing a great job keeping that 19 behind him. Kojak, ever since he hit the wall a couple laps ago, he's dropped off this pack of cars. Remember, it's a long race, but there will be stage points awarded here in... Jeter should have a run on Matikansky. You can see that 19, he was able to get to the bottom 10 laps ago. Bottom so much now. And that's the thing you got to adjust for, is you got to make your car loose enough to survive on the long run, to keep the speed on the long run, but you can't make it so loose that you're spinning early in the run. Fine line to walk with your setup here. Jeter might have an opportunity. Yeah, he's going for it. Ruby, Conky. And then the battle for third between Matikansky and Jeter. And Jeter Let's try and get with the 2 car here. He clears entering turn 3, so move Jeter up to 3rd. The 2-time Coke 600 champion in the Monster Energy NASCAR Racing League. Ooh, Matikansky tagged the wall off 4. Didn't lose a ton of speed. We have to go. Laps to go in the stage. We should be seeing pit stops here for the lead group in the next few laps. Here comes Matikansky. Got to run inside on Jeter. Conkey really tight off of 4. Able to keep the 19 car pinned down. Can he clear entering 1? Doesn't look like it. He does. So Jeter holds on to 3rd. If you're splitting the stage in half, you're going to pit here in the next lap or 2. Hearing any radio chatter about pit stops amongst the leaders, though. Jeter has a run on his Penske teammate. Though he'll just push Conkey down the front stretch. Ruby has pulled away from this pack. The 22, the 2, and the 19 push each other through turn 2. Jeter takes a peek. Will Conkey give him that spot? Definitely not. That is not Conkey's style, but Conkey hits the apron, and that's going to woe up everybody. Kojak has caught them. Somebody hit pit road. It looked like the 20 car. Let me just try and confirm that. Oh, there's the 20. There's the 18. That was the 14 on pit road. All right, so 22 still. Will anybody come to pit road this time? Not hearing it. Jeter almost got into Conkey. 19 coming to pit road. 4 car coming to pit road. 4, that was a weird pit road entry, but he did jump the 19. Not sure if he did it without speeding. So when did the guys pit? Conkey has been holding up these guys. Jeter all over the back of his teammate. Neither of them come to pit road this time. They're going to have to come in the next lap. We have Alright, so the 4 car did not speed on pit road. Conkey will pit this time as Jeter goes around him on the outside. Ruby built another lap down. Ooh, a little concerned road entry for Conkey. I would expect the 8 and the 2 to pit this time. No call, and Ruby will stay out. Jeter will stay out. Built with his fresh tires. Gets one of his laps back. Alright, so word on the radio, the 8 will pit this time. Should be followed in by the 2 car. Yep, 8 or 2 will come in. Let's see if he can gain on Ruby entering. It's a lot easier to enter pit road when you have a target in front of you. Ruby was a little conservative. Jeter was a little conservative. I don't think he gained a ton of time. Kojak has managed to stay ahead of Matikansky, and they are both ahead of Conkey. Conkey's a little bit faster, though. The pit, and this is, remember now, everybody has had the chance to make pit road adjustments. Alright, and this time by, we're going to see where the 4, the 19, and the 22 come out relative to the 8 and the 2. I think the 4 and the 9, I think this group will be about even with Ruby, but Jeter should be a good bit behind them. Oh, they will be ahead of Ruby. So Kojak, he's going to come around. Ooh, this is close. This is for the lead. Kojak on the outside. And he is your lead. Now Ruby has much fresher tires. Ooh, there was contact between the 8 and the 22. Ruby and Jeter have the freshest, the leaders, but Kojak has the lead. Ruby, he was inside on Conkey. He gets inside on Matikansky, and he is back up to second. Only a few tenths of a second behind Kojak. "17 laps left in this stage." And Ruby, that's the power of fresh tires. Only a few laps, but it's a big difference. As you can see, the 8 car driving right past Kojak, no problem. Remember, he's got a little bit fresher tires than Kojak and Matikansky. He's in third. He's going to look to take second. He wants to stay in touch with Ruby until the tires even out, at least. Ooh, he forced the issue. But the 22 moves up to second. Then this Matikansky in fourth. Does he have a move on Kojak? Conkey, he's going to try and use the draft to stay even with Ruby here. And Ruby's going to try and use his fresher tires to pull away. That's the game they have to play. 15 laps left in stage 1. And there's Jeter sitting in 5th, but a little bit faster than at least Kojak and Matikansky ahead of him. I expect he'll be able to get around the 4 and the 19 before the end of the stage, but I think that's about it. And Conkey firmly wake of Ruby. He's going to use that to stay attached. And then as the tires even out, he might be able to make a move. Somebody was in the grass down there. Was that Scotty Racer in the 18 up ahead? Nope, there's a car back there. It's Dead Man. Kojak, Matikansky, they're touch with the 8 and the 22, falling into the clutches of Jeter. All 5 of these drivers, barring a massive mistake, they will get stage points. Question is how many and who's getting that playoff point for winning the stage? Conkey trying to stay attached to Ruby here. There are now 12 laps to go in stage 1. Up ahead, that's Scotty Racer. He is the last car on the lead lap at the moment. On board with the 22 of Conkey. Ruby trying to not give him that draft. And you can see in the center of the corner, the 8's pulling away. He's got the faster car due mostly to those tires. But then straight away, Conkey pulls him back in with the draft. That was a pretty solid corner from Conkey, or a mistake from the 8. Oh, Conkey in the wall. Jeter, meanwhile, has gotten around the 19, who's passed Kojak. There are now 10 laps left in stage 1. So Jeter's probably going to wind up man hard in the wall. And Conkey has now, after he hit the wall off 4, he's in touch with Ruby. So, I think at this point, unless we get some bobbles or mistakes from Ruby, this top 5 for the stage. Kojak might get back by Matikansky here. 8:22 to 19.4. So if you're Jeter, you saw Conkey's strategy hit a couple laps before you, and then you see the difference in time now on the track. You might want to adjust that if you're Jeter. Even Ruby, remember, he had a pretty big lead before the pit stops and wound up fighting for that lead for a good while after the pit stop. So might want to adjust their strategy here in stage 2. Doc Hopper, that's dead man several laps down. He's coming up on him. So I believe Doc is 6th, Bilt is 7th. Scotty in 8th, trying to stay on the lead lap is the 18. Then Gas Hauler, again making his series debut, he's a lap down in 9th. And then Dead Man running several laps down in 10th. And he's in the wall there. Alright, back up front. There's Ruby. If he can, Ruby will probably give Scotty Racer a break here as they come to the end of the stage. To go in stage 1. Ruby's got a sizable lead on Conkey, and then another gap back to Jeter. Matikansky and Kojak battling for 4th, battling for a stage point here in a few laps. As Ruby has caught the lap car, Scotty Racer, and he'll put him a lap down. That puts Scotty in free pass position. It looks like he had to. Conkey's probably going to catch and pass the 18 here before the end of the stage. There are 3 to go in the stage. Ooh, the 18 hard hit the wall there. Alright, 3 to go. Best battle. Kojak has flipped positions with Matikansky. As they approach 2 laps left in the stage. And we have a problem between the 18 and the 22. We saw the 22 and the 18 both in the front stretch grass. Not sure what happened. But the lap car racer Alright, so that means this final lap of the stage, Jeter could take a spot here. Gets into the back of his teammate, and behind them you see the 4 and 19 still back. Jeter's not going to be able to get by Conkey. It doesn't look like Matikansky's going to get by Kojak. Alright, end of stage 1. Ruby is your stage winner. That's 5 stage points and a playoff point going to the 8 car, his 14th stage win of the season. Conkey finished second, then Jeter, Kojak, and Matikansky. All right, does anybody have what it takes to hang with Ruby? Question after stage 1. Scotty Racer running 8th will be the free pass. Gas Hauler, 9th, also 1 lap down, and Deadman Casket, 7 laps down. And now you got to put in some more adjustments and see if you can keep up with that 8 car. He started on the pole briefly, drove right back to the front, and then drove away. Lost the lead on the pit cycle, took it back, and drove away again. All right. Yep, everybody's pitting. All right. Ruby brings him to green. Kojak moves all the way up from 4th to 2nd. Good pit stop for that Stewart-Haas crew. All right, Ruby's clear into the lead. Conkey's going to try and take 2nd place back. Jeter's going to try and take 3rd place back. So that pit stop not for the 4 crew. Oh, really messed up that corner. Backed up the inside. You see where Matikansky's dropped to. That's Built Racing in the 20 car. He's on the lead lap, and now he's in 5th place. Let's see if we can follow along with this battle. Built Racing making moves. Kojak's taken 2nd from Conkey. Conkey hit the apron, and he's going to lose 3rd to Built. So Conkey struggles on the bottom of the track, backing up the 2 and the 19. And now here comes Matikansky inside on Jeter. This is for 5th, not where Jeter wants to be. Kojak trying to get to the back bumper of Ruby. And Conkey once again on the apron and sliding up the track and losing speed. Here comes Matikansky. He goes to the outside of the 20. Not keep him pinned on the bottom where he doesn't seem to be able to control his car very well. Jeter's going to follow Matikansky. He got frustrated trying to follow the 22 car. And once again, Conkey off the apron, losing a ton of speed. Oh, what a move by the 19! And the 20 hard into the wall, into the 2. This is not going well for Team Jeter. Just seem to be stuck behind problem after problem. But up front, the 8 and the 4 have broken away. Kojak got a good pit stop, got a good restart. Took advantage of some mistakes from the 22 car, and now he is battling for the lead. Here in stage 2. And then you see way back there is 3rd place Matikansky, 4th place Conkey, 5th place Jeter, 6th place is Doc Hopper. All right, so Ruby. Find Ruby here. There's our pole sitter and our stage 1 winner. He won his 4th stage of the season in stage 1. Now he's losing the lead, maybe, to Kojak. Kojak couldn't clear, and now Ruby coming back with a vengeance. He really rolled the center and exit of that corner. Ahead of his Team Penske teammate. Kojak going to try for the crossover. Ruby blocks. All right, so Jeter inside Conkey. He has gotten stuck behind Conkey in stage one, got stuck behind Conkey at the beginning of this run, and he wants off that train. Goes around, Matikansky follows. Oh, hard contact between the 19 and the 22. Conkey drops to Doc Hopper's up to 5th. No caution. We keep going. The 4 of Kojak staying in touch with Ruby for now. But he is steadily losing some ground here. And if this thing stays, we're going to get a repeat of stage 1. How about Doc Hopper, though? He looks a lot more competitive here in stage 2. Focus in on this 12 car. Following the 19 Matikansky running 5th. And Doc style, he just takes advantage of everybody else's mistakes. And that usually top 5 at the end of these races. But he's in the top 5 here in the first half. Eight has pulled away from the 4. Jeter is pulled away from Matikansky. And Doc follows in the tire tracks of the 19. Conkey, he's going to look inside, open the door. You can't do that with the 22 car. He will take advantage. And Conkey up to 5th. A little bit of a slide job there. You don't see that too often at Charlotte. Oh, and bad news from the 24 camp. He is out of the race here in stage 2. So it'll be 10th place finish for a dead man casket tonight. This battle for 4th stays close. Matikansky holds Conkey 5th. Doc Hopper in 6th. Oh, that 19 just got in front of the 22. Now he opens the door. Here comes Conkey, 4th. Makes the pass for now. Matikansky has a chance to cross over. Conkey shuts the door. Doc Hopper right there as well. Ooh, Matikansky takes a peek. Can Doc make a move on the 19 and get back into the top 5? These 3 falling well behind Jeter running 3rd. This battle for 4th continues. Contact, it looked like, between the 19 and the 22. That put Conkey in the wall. Matikansky backs off. Ruby, then Kojak, then Jeter. And remember when I said track position is important? Dropped back to 6th at the beginning of this run, and that's really the difference between running now and where Ruby's running now. Ruby got to start in the lead, hasn't lost that lead. Driving away. "29 laps to go here in stage 2. That means we are in the fuel window to make it to the end of the stage. Doc Hopper's starting to drop back here. Conky just can't seem to make a lot of speed, especially in turns 3 and 4. Matikansky gets to his outside. Let's see if he can keep him pinned down here in 1 and 2. Nope, Matikansky's not even going to try it. Yeah, well, he'll try a crossover maybe. Unblocks it. And now 4th place. Flips once again. And Conky hard into the wall. Stayed in front of the 12. Fourth place seems settled. 5th place, not so much. And Conky's going to try the short pit here. Too conservative getting on pit road right there. Ruby's just got such a huge lead right now. It almost doesn't matter what his strategy is. Ruby, Kojak, Jeter. If I'm Jeter, I'm just trying to pit maybe a lap or 2 before Kojak so I can jump him with my fresh tire advantage and then hopefully hold it on the stage. And we'll see what the 2 decides to do. He's got a huge gap back to Matikansky. Alright. Making his way back onto the track. And we might see Ruby come into view. Or not. Alright. There's our 8 car. Let's see if the 4 comes to pit road. He came to pit road in stage 1. Trails Ruby by about 2+ seconds. There goes Jeter. Alright, the 2 of Team Jeter decides to hit pit road. The 20 car will make a pit stop this time by. Alright, so when will the 4 car come pit? Oh, there goes the 8. Oh, and he barely made it on. Alright, here's the 22. He was the first one to pit. We're going to see where he blends compared to the 2 of Team Jeter. 14, is he coming to pit road? Not this time. Alright, we saw Jeter exiting. There's Ruby entering his pit stall. There's Jeter, the white car, well ahead. A great job by Team Jeter. So now we'll see where Jeter blends relative to the 8. There's, it looks like he's going to hang on over Jeter. And I don't believe Kojak has made his pit stop yet. Alright, let's see if Kojak comes this time. Looks like 2 maybe behind Kojak right now. Might be the 20. Yeah, that's the 20 car on fresh tires chasing Kojak right now. Matakansky has stayed out as well. Alright, here comes the 4 car to pit road. Alright, that was a well-executed pit road entry. And yep, he's followed by the 19 and the 12. Alright, so now we will follow Ruby, who should easily have the lead on Kojak. Well ahead of Jeter at the moment, with 19 laps left in stage 1, or stage 2, sorry. Alright, so here's the 8. Let's see. Oh man, the 4, and you just saw the 4 and 19 barely exiting pit road. The 2's going to have a big gap on him. There's the 4, the 19, the 12. They're in the 22 car. And remember how far ahead Kojak was of Conkey. So Kojak is in third, just barely hanging on Conkey right now, but he does have much fresher tires than the 22 car. So he should pull away and hold on to his third place, but that white car off in the distance, that's second place Jeter. I don't think Kojak. So a good job, I think, by the 2 car. Of moving up to second and in position to challenge Ruby in stage 3. Doc Hopper, he's now firmly in 6th, although with a tire advantage, maybe he catches Conkey before the end of the stage. We'll see. Also hearing reports, Matakansky took 2 tires on that pit stop, so we'll have to watch out on that. That doesn't like a good move. He loses time. Alright, so Ruby, he won his 14th stage of the season in stage 1. He looks like he will win his 15th stage of the season here in about 13 laps. Yeah, in 13 laps. 15 stage wins in a season. That is significant because that is single season stage win record. Which was set by yours truly, Mountaineer, in Season 2. And Ruby on pace to tie that before the playoffs even start. He's going to shatter that record. The 20, the 18, that is a battle for 7th place. 14, he's down right now. Conky will go around him. This is a battle for 7th. Also, could be a battle for a free pass position. I think they're a little... Yeah, they're not too far. They're pretty far away from getting lapped here. Oh, the 20 car having some issues. Something happened to Built Racing that time. He keeps it going. We stay green. We're down to 9 laps to go in the stage. The 12 of Doc takes 2 tires because he is not gaining at all on Madagascar. You have to figure the 19 right now is just babying his car. And we saw Conky lap the 14 a few laps ago, and he's not driving away. That's for Conky, but he'll be able to hold on for 4th place in this stage at least. Scotty Racer, he'll be 7th in the stage. Gas Holler, he'll be 9th. Ruby gonna try and put Built Racing a lap down before the end of the stage. And Doc Hop passed finally on Matakansky. Alright, so Doc also took 2 tires, is the story there. Now around the 19, and Doc is in position for a stage point. Matakansky drops to 6th. Ruby has caught the 20 car. He'll try and put him a lap down here. Yeah, and Built Racing, as Built will be in position to get the free pass with 5 laps to go here in the stage. Ruby continues to lead over Jeter. 3rd place, Kojak. Running 4th. Doc Hopper. There he is, Doc Hopper. He's in 5th. Matakansky is 6th. Doc will be the final stage point recipient here in stage 2. Built Racing, he'll be in position to get the free pass here at the end of stage 2. Remember, this is a 4-stage race. The Coke 600, the longest race of the season. 2 laps. There's Scotty Racer. He should be able to stay on the lead lap here. Holler running, I believe, 2 laps down at the moment. And then there's Ruby. 2 laps left in the stage as Ruby crosses the line this time. And he's just smooth. He's right down on that white and blue line. He's dialed in tonight, and he might set the points in a race record if he can sweep these stages and then win the race. 1 lap to go in stage 2. So nobody has ever swept the stages in the Coke 600. Closest, we had Jeter get 3 stages and the race win. That was that's season 3, I believe? It's either season 2 or season 3. Ruby, the stage 2 winner. Jeter, second. Third, Kojak. Fourth, Conkey. And fifth, Doc Hopper. Does anybody have the speed to challenge Ruby? Not at all through 2 stages. But we got 2 more stages. Alright, we're getting ready to start stage 3. It's Ruby. Oh, Jeter took the lead on pit road. Let's see if this is a race-changing development. Puts Jeter in the lead. Stage 3 of 4 here at Charlotte. Jeter disconnects at the start of the stage. He disconnected from the lead. Oh, what's going on here? All right, Kojak looking for the lead. Conkey's looking for second. Ruby's got the lead. Oh, hugely disappointing finish to the race for the 2. Meanwhile, we have the same battle that we began stage 2, getting stage 3 with that battle, and that is Kojak versus Ruby. Matakansky, oh, he looks like we might have a caution. Scotty Racer, and I think Bill. Yep, Scotty Racer and Bill Racing crash. We have our first non-stage caution of the night. Alright, so Ruby will lead them onto pit road. And we'll take a break. We'll get with you for the restart here. Okay, they are doing the choose rule forming up here. We will restart with 41 laps left in the stage, not in the fuel window. Where is the 14? Ah, there's the 14. He got the free pass. Should just be one lap down now. We will go green in the restart zone. Ruby is the control car. Jeter's exit, I think we've lost our top competitor to Ruby. Kojak's had some speed early in the run, has been able to keep up with the 8, and I guess he's our best shot at making this a finish. Oh, we're going to have to delay this restart. So Doc Hopper just drove his car straight into the back of the 19 of Matikansky. I don't really have any explanation to why. So that will delay the restart, the contact between the 19 and the 12. The 19 will be allowed to go repair his car. Alright, so from the 12, he thought they were going green. They weren't yet in the restart zone. They were not yet going green, and Matikansky takes the hit. So they're going to have to re-rack it here once Matikansky fixes his car. I think it's a good call by the leadership of this group to allow the 19 to fix his car, because that was not at all his fault or something he could control. That's going to send the 12 of Doc Hopper to the back of the field, as it should. And we're going to be 9 laps left in Stage 3 now. So I wonder now, that two-tire strategy that the 19 and the 12 tried at the end of Stage 2, is that now viable with just a 39-lap run? I'm going to go around one more time, it seems like. There's Built Racing. I don't know why he was on pit road. So we're going to have to go around one more time, so there will be 38 laps to go once we finally restart here. So as I was saying, as we lost Jeter to the NASCAR Heat 5 servers, he was the top competitor to Ruby. Looked like he had just gotten the lead on pit road. Ruby will be the fullback who, at least on the short run, has been able to keep up with the 8. Alright, we will go green this lap as they line up according to the choose rule results here. Alright, Ruby will be the control car. He will in the restart zone. Alright. A little fooled by Ruby on that restart. He's going to lose the spot to Kojak, and then he's going to lose the spot to Konki. So Matikansky drops to 4th. Ooh, Kojak lost a lot of ground. He hit the wall. Here comes Konki for 2nd. Matikansky and Konki with their contact for battle. Gotti Racer, he's now. He's got a good view of this battle for second between the 22 and the 4 and the 19. Kojak and Matikansky both got below that white line. Take second. Meanwhile, as we've seen too many times tonight, Ruby has just pulled away. Remember, he just won the 18th stage of the season. That ties the all-time record for stage wins in a season. So if he wins this stage, he will break that record. And we still have 9 races left in the season after this, so that record gonna look a hell of a lot different after season 5. Conky, he's been able to make passes. He hasn't really been able to make speed. He's really been able to make passes and then hold up the cars behind him. Kojak can't complete the pass on. Going to try and cross over. Even if he does, I don't think he has the speed to do it. Just the crossover. Kojak to the inside. And Conky holds him off. Kojak slips up almost into the... loses third to Matikansky. And Doc Hopper has moved back up into 5th. And he might have something to say about the rest of this top 5 here before the night is over. And you can just see that Cheddar's croissant car driving off into the distance. Ruby has been nearly untouchable in this race. Conky continues to block the 19 car. Man, Matikansky just looking for any... Oh, Conky drove it through the grass. That's going to cost him a spot. Cost him 2 spots. Here comes Kojak. 3rd place at stake between the 4 and the 22. And Kojak slides in front of Conky. Takes the spot. So it's Matikansky in 2nd. Kojak 3rd. 4th. Still 31 laps left in stage 3. Remember, this is a 4-stage race. And there's Ruby. He's got about a second plus right now on Matikansky. Yeah, about 1.5 seconds. Laps left in the stage. That puts us in the fuel window if anybody wants to try a super early pit strategy. Kojak he's back and forth. He's dropped off behind Conky, and that allows Built Racing. There he is. Or sorry, Doc Hopper, not Built Racing, but Doc Hopper to get into this conversation a little bit. It's Built Racing there in 6th place in the 20 car. Scotty Racer in 7th. Gas Hauler in 8th. The only car running not on the lead lap. Tuning in, you missed Team Jeter take the lead to begin stage 3 and then get NASCAR Heat 5 server X knock him out of the race. Missed complete domination, Martin Truex Jr. style from Embrace Greatness, Ruby. He's won both stages so far. trying to become the first driver in Monster Energy NASCAR Racing League history to win 3 race. And he's got about a 2-second lead right now, so looks like he should be able to get it done. Drivers 2 through 4 have pulled away from Doc Hopper. Let's try and get a look at these guys. Kojak inside on Conkey. Couple of Fords going at it for 3rd place. Conkey doing a good job of hanging tough on the outside. Kojak noses ahead. Is he clear? Not quite. Should be able to clear here in 3 and 4. Conkey throws it in. That kills his speed on exit, and Kojak does get clear. Matikansky 2nd, Kojak 3rd, Conkey 4th. Conkey is a driver who has won in the past here in the Coke 600, but tonight really hasn't found the speed that he's had here in the past. Doc Hopper running 5th, in position for the final stage point at the moment. Now we restarted, 38 laps to go in the stage. You get about 30 laps of gas, so you could go to 8 to go and then pit and then take 2 tires. You could also go to about 18, 19 laps to go, split it in half, take 4. And I think no matter what anybody does, Ruby has a distinct advantage. Because as the leader, you can just react to everybody else's strategy, especially the leader with a big lead. Here comes Kojak, moving up to 2nd. Conkey's going to try and for 3rd. And he clears the... Matikansky loses in 1 corner. Not what you want to see from Matikansky. Doc Hopper there in 5th. Sixth place, Built Racing. Here comes Conkey for 2nd. As these 3 continue to fight. And the 22 moves up. Holds off Kojak through 3 and 4. He really just has not figured out the exit at all in this race. Just too tight to get off the corner. Here comes Matikansky. He's going to take a peek inside for 3rd. Not going to get anywhere with that. Ooh, Conkey crossed over in front of Kojak, really threw him off through turn 3. Gained maybe 2 or 3 tenths of a second there, that corner. Sometimes that, just the visual of you swiping across your nose like that can throw you off as a driver. You see the big lead he has here with 19 laps in the stage. So if your plan is to split this run in half, about now or in the next lap is when you want to pit. That might be something we see Conkey do. Try and make up that gap on Ruby. Nothing on the pit stops here. Ooh, that was an interesting move from Matikansky. Might have just been trying to save his car off of turn 4. Ooh, Kojak entered way too low. He slides up. That's going to let the 19 get a huge run. And he'll just push the 4. Still no word on pit stops over the radio. Nobody trying to short pit this right now. Alright, first word we hear about pit stops, and it's, again, he's a couple laps down. Might only be 1 lap down now. Not a single peep from our leader. Kojak hits pit road. And Matikansky. So now if you're Conky, you pretty much have to pit right now. Try not to lose too much ground to the 4 and the 19. And then if you're Ruby, you can just pit after this. But 22 stays out. That's going to allow Matikansky and Kojak the opportunity to hop Conky in this pit cycle. There goes Scotty Racer to pit road. Here comes Gas Hauler off pit road. Kojak comes out ahead of Matikansky. There's Doc Hopper on pit road. Built racing in the 20, yet to make his pit stop. And of course, Ruby hasn't made his stop, nor has Conky. Ruby's lead is massive right now, with 13 laps left in this stage. Don't know why I guess Conky's going to try the 2-tire strategy, but I don't think it's going to get him anywhere. Ruby might be tire strategy as well. The way he stayed out. And somebody else took 2. Doc Hopper, he's gotten right to the back bumper of the 4 and the 19. He's been taking 2 tires all night. I guess he tried to... Oh, God, I can't believe I just said that. Tried to get in front of the 4. Tried to get in front of the 19. Here comes Built to pit road. And here's Conky. To make his pit stop. And Ruby will make his stop. Gives up a 4.3 second lead. And here's where it gets interesting. Where will the 4... Oh, 22 headed to pit road as well. I can confirm... There are 10 laps to go, first of all, on the stage. I can confirm we're going to tire stop from the 8 car. Kojak, Matikansky. Alright, they get through the lap traffic. Oh, this could be interesting. Alright, here are Kojak and Matikansky. There's Conky, who took 2 tires. And then Ruby's got about 8 seconds. The Kojak Matikansky duo. 9 laps to go in the stage. I don't think that is nearly enough time for the 4 and the 19 to track down the 8, get the 22. And the leader is that Ruby was able to just respond to the strategy that the second place driver, in this case Conky, was trying. Which was able to just take 2 tires, match Conky's strategy, come out with a big lead. I mean, Conky's not doing too bad right now. Seven laps left in the stage. Ruby has about a 6-second lead at the moment. Scotty Racer, he took 4 when he made. So he's all over the back of the 8 trying to get his lap back. And I'm sure Ruby would just rather he get ahead and drive away. Not sure where the 20 car. There's the 20 car. Not sure if he is ahead or behind the 18. Alright, so with 5 laps left in this stage, Kojak and Matikansky have caught Conky. This is the battle for second. About 6 seconds back. We're hearing of radio trouble for the 19. He can't hear the other. Kojak to the outside. Kojak to second. Conky holding off Matikansky at the. Staying in the draft of Kojak, that's helping him a lot right now. Oh, he just about lost it off turn 4. That lets Matikansky get to his outside. Conky didn't seem to know he was there. So it seems like the 19 right now, he can't hear the other competitors. They can all hear him. Scotty Racer, with 2 laps left in the stage, continues to try and back from the 8. Maybe the 8 will just pull aside on the final lap of the stage. Last lap of the stage, Ruby going for the ever 3-stage sweep in the Monster Energy NASCAR Racing League. He is also looking for the single stage win record. It would be his 16th stage win of the season. Ruby crosses the line, the winner, stage 3. Kojak, second. Matikansky, third. Conky, fourth. And Doc Hopper, fifth. So we have one more 50-lap stage in store. Kojak's up to second. He might have something for Ruby. But it has been pure dominance 8 car. Scotty Racer. He'll be the free pass driver. That'll put 7 cars on the lead lap. And then 8th place is Gas Hauler, 2 laps down. Oh no, Built Racing did not make a pit stop. Yep, Built Racing did not make a pit stop. He'll probably pull a... Yikes! Now Kojak. Conky squeezed through there. Not entirely sure how he did that. But Kojak drops to 6th, well behind the rest of these guys. And as we come to the line, there are 7 laps to go. Conky up, almost into the wall. Side by side with the 12 for 3rd place. How about Doc Hopper? Conky holds the spot for now. Scotty Racer running 5th. So the 20 both hit pit road. All right, Matikansky, does he have something? Oh, then 18 hard into the wall. Now, there's more than 40 laps to go in this race, but the way Ruby has been so damn, I would at least consider the bump and run if I'm the 19 of Matikansky. Just, you gotta get ahead of this guy somehow. The distance, as he has in every run so far tonight. But Matikansky's already lost a car length. There's the 14 coming back on track with back at a good time, and he will pull aside. Respectful racing from that 14 car. .44 laps to go. Matikansky second, Conky in 3rd, and Doc Hopper in 4th. Kojak's gotten back up to 5th, but well behind the leaders. What does the 19 car have for Ruby? Embrace Greatness has already set a couple of records tonight. With the win, he would set yet another by recording the most points in a single race in Monster Energy NASCAR Racing League. After the race, we will have interviews with 3 of our drivers. Most likely the top 3, unless, unless the 8 car finishes outside the top 3, because I'm going to want to talk to him no matter what. Ooh, Conky hit the wall off 4 there. And he continues to just have a car that's too tight. That's turn 4. Matikansky's hanging on. 2 car lengths behind the 8. With 41 to go. But it already feels like his chance to make a move has passed. Conky holds off Doc Hopper. You have to wonder if Doc Hopper was a driver who tried to make passes, would he be able to get around the 22 here? He's just somebody who can't figure out what his top speed is because he never tries to hit it himself. And every time he's gotten up with the big boys, he's been able to keep up. And you have to wonder, does he have more speed than he's showing? but he just refuses to try to make passes. See right there. Ooh, Conky's gonna tag the wall again. And this time, Doc powers past. There we go. That's what I like to see out of the 12. Doc Hopper, third place. Meanwhile, Matikansky cannot close the gap on Ruby. Well, kept up with him right there. Still looks like it's about a car length. Between the 19 and... Now we're down to half a car length. Matikansky coming up on Ruby, almost to the back bumper. And again, I know it sounds like it's early to make this type of move, but I would go for the bump and run. I really would. The way that dominant so far tonight, you got to get ahead of him somehow. Matikansky's not that kind of driver. I think that's an important thing to mention here. He gets right up to the back bumper of Ruby. Man, and Ruby just keeps making great corner after great corner. No mistakes from that 8 car. There's a mistake from the 19 car. By the way, Conky's gotten back ahead of Doc Hopper for third. 34 laps left in the race. And that lead, now it's 3 car lengths. Now back down to 2. Conky holding off Doc at the moment. As Ruby continues off Matikansky. Here's Kojak running 5th. He got caught up behind Built Racing on the restart. Built trying to stay lap right now. After he's already off the lead lap. He's just trying to stay only 1 lap down. He did not make a pit stop between stages 3 and 4. Because of that, he had to pit immediately at the start of stage under green. He's in 6th. Ruby has expanded his lead on Matikansky to the point that I don't think the 19 has that draft, that toe, to keep him up with the 8 anymore. Oh, the 8 and the 20. Whew, that was close. That helps the 19 gain some time, maybe get back into the draft. Yeah, that 19 car's back in the draft. Lap traffic changing the race. Even just a little bit. All right, Ruby. Now, battle at least a little bit as Matikansky is. Oh, we're gonna have a caution. Built Racing crashed right in front of Conky and Doc. That has brought out caution. We will have 24 laps to go when we restart, which means it'll be. This is the last, which means we will not have green flag pit stops here in this stage. Wow. Built Racing, he'll get one of his 2 laps back. He's in 7th. He'll be 1 lap down. Gas Hauler, 4 laps down. Nobody had made a green flag pit stop in that cycle. And Matikansky takes the lead on pit road. The 19 is the leader as we go green. 24 to go at Charlotte. All right, 23 to go at Charlotte. Whatever. Kojak's up to 3rd. Remember, he was out of this thing. Matikansky's got to block Ruby. Oh, no. Oh, I don't know how Ruby kept it together right there. And he's going to try and get a nose there. He's got it. Oh, wow. Now he doesn't have it. Now he does. Matikansky behind him, but Ruby's got the lead. Conky's 2nd. Here comes Doc. He's going to take 3rd. Kojak got stuck behind the 19. He drops all the way to 6th. Sorry, he's actually in 5th as the 20 is not on the lead lap. 20 is still 1 lap down here. So for the lead, here comes Conky. We all know how aggressive Conky's going to get right here. He goes to the outside in turn 3, backs off. He's going to try a crossover, but Ruby does not open the door one bit. Oh man, look at that blocking from the 8 car. Things are getting intense. 20 to go. All over the back of Ruby. Had to let off the gas a little bit there on the exit of 2. Doc firmly in 3rd, then Matikansky 5th is Kojak. Conky starting to lose a little bit of ground. It's Chevy versus Ford here. Without another caution, this is the battle that's going to decide the race. Good run off of turn 4 for the 22, but he's going to have to go to the outside if he wants to do anything with it. And that just costs you a car length just going to the outside to enter the corner. Ruby looking for his third win of the season. Conkey looking for his second win of the season. He won at Dover. Ruby won at Richmond and Michigan. There will be 16 laps to go as they cross the line here. By the way, Doc Hopper, he's hanging around. Oh, Ruby tapped the... I don't think Conkey was expecting it, so he couldn't really take it. It's just pure silence on the radio as these drivers are laser focused on these last 15 and a half laps. Conkey's run stalled out there on the exit of 2. And he gains ground there through 3 and 4, not where Conkey has been strong tonight. .822, 12.4, 19, the top 5. And Conkey just gets all this speed down the front stretch and then doesn't have anywhere to go with it, tries to go high, loses ground, and then you gotta start the cycle all over again. Then you've got Doc Hopper sitting there in third, and he's just hoping these guys tangle enough to get him back in this. Conkey's starting to lose a little bit of ground. Has a good turns 3 and 4. And then he goes to that outside in 1 and 2, and you just, there you go, you lose a lot of ground. Doc Hopper, he's fallen back, but hanging on in third. We'll see if he's able to hang on over Kojak and Matikansky. Laps left, not going away. And Conkey just seems like a completely different driver. He's been terrible in 3 and 4 tonight. But right now, he's faster than Ruby in 3 and 4. That's where he's been making up his ground. Well, he won't this time. As soon as I say it, of course, he's got to do the opposite. Ruby and Conkey going well above where they wanted to be there in 1 and 2. Come to the line. As they come to the line, there will be 8 to go. And I mean, on top of what's at stake with the crown jewel, the playoff points, Ruby trying to set some records by finishing off this win. He has already set the record. Single season stage wins. He's up to 6. This is just his 12th start of the season. You have the most stage points earned in a race. You have the first 3-time stage winner in a race. Trying to become the to get every point in the Coke 600 and set the stage point record, as Ruby and Conky made a ton of contact. Conky led that time by. He's probably not going to lead next time, as Ruby's got the inside, and he will hold the lead. There are 6 laps to go. A ton of contact between the 22 and the 8 there. I don't think the 8's going to cut the 22 any breaks from here on out. 5 laps to go. It looks like he's going to hold off Kojak and Matikansky. That excursion into the outside wall doesn't seem to have affected. Conky takes a peek. Can't get there. Then he's 1 lane up in 1 and 2, because where else are you going to go with that run? Ruby preemptively blocking into 3 and 4. Conky gets a big run to the outside, 3 laps to go. The door. Ruby gets clear. Can Conky pull the cross? He cannot. We come to 2 to go. Oh, Conky put it in the grass. And that might just end his hopes here. Yeah, now he's dropped too far off. Conky trying to go off-roading. Ruby's going to take the white. He's with a MENRL record 31 points tonight. He's going to be the first driver to ever sweep the stages and win the Coke 600. And it is Ruby's first crown jewel victory in the Monster Energy NASCAR Racing League. He wins at Charlotte, wins the Coke 600. Ruby, Conky, a great run. Hopper, Kojak 4th, Matikansky 5th. Then Scotty Racer 6th, Built Racing 7th, Gas Hauler 8th. A disappointing 9th place finish for Jeter, and 10th for Deadman Casket. All right, have post-race interviews with the top 3 drivers. pole will go to Kojak next week for Pocono. All right. Waiting for our race winner. There he is. Ruby, congratulations. Coke 600 victory.
Thank you.
All right. So your car was a rocket ship. I just got to ask, in that engine.
I don't know, man. I mean, just whatever the team put in that engine, they just gave me a missile today.
All right.
It was fast.
All the records you just set.
Do I know the records I just set?
No. Do you want to hear them?
Oh, yeah, yeah, please, enlighten me.
All right. So, first of all, by winning all, you're up to 16 stage wins on the season. That is a single season record
Wow.
already, with 9 races left to go.
Wow.
You are the first driver to ever win 3 stages in an NRL race. And you are the first driver to get 31 points in an MENRL race.
Wow. Man, just got dedicated to the team. All the hard work.
All right, so pretty anticlimactic until the end. Talk about that battle.
Yeah, I mean, it was a great racing between Conky. He kind of scared me a little bit with that contact. I almost had a heart attack there. I don't know how we both saved it and, didn't cause more than what it was. But all in all, I just want to thank him for the clean racing. Even though that contact, that is what it is. Stuff happens. So, but it was still good racing.
All right, man. Well, congratulations. That was crazy impressive. And I'll be in victory lane again pretty soon.
Oh yeah, for sure. Thank you, man. Appreciate you broadcasting.
Yep. Have a good one.
You too, bro.
All right, that was your race winner. Embrace Greatness, formerly known as Ruby the One. Just a phenomenal drive from Ruby. Now we're going to talk to Conky. Let's see if we can get a hold of that second place finisher. There he is. Conky, you got me?
Hey, I got you.
All right, man. So it looked like you were struggling with a car that was way too tight off turn 4. Did you do anything different in that last run?
No, it wasn't even so much the tightness. I think I was just overdriving a lot of the race, and then I just kind of figured it out as the race went on and got a little bit better. And I don't know what I had in the last run, but I was able to stay with Ruby and pull away. It was nice.
Yeah, that was a great battle. You want to just talk about that for a bit?
Oh man, I mean, clearly he was the class of the field all night, but I knew if I could figure out 3 and 4 that I had a shot. So I just kind of stuck with him there. I was trying to wait for him to make a mistake, and as you know, that's very rare.
Yeah.
So then I tried to force the issue a bit, made a couple of little mistakes, and then I tried to get under him. I tried to. He said he gave me credit for the move when I tried to get under him on like the chicane part, and then when I did, I almost spun out, and then that was it from there. But it was a good battle. The only thing I could have done was to basically wreck him or door him. That's the only thing I could have done differently. Like his blocks were perfectly timed. He kept forcing me to the outside, and I just couldn't. I couldn't get alongside him. It was a hell of a
Yeah,
battle.
there was just no speed in that second lane.
Yeah.
Yeah, you went off-roading, tried to take the road course to get around him there with 2 to go. that move doesn't really work out too often, but you know you got to try something, right?
I mean, I had to do something. I had to run. I'm like, you know what? I know there's some concrete down there. Let's see if I can make it stick. But nope.
All right. I just want to talk about real quick. Jeter finally got the lead to start stage 3. Gets kicked out of the race. I mean that.
Poor guy. He had a car that probably could have got up there and battled Ruby, but he kept getting just shuffled back in traffic, and by the time he could get clear of everyone, he was too far ahead to be able to do anything. He finally gets up to the front, and then poof, he's gone. I'm like, oh
exactly.
no.
Yeah, that was heartbreaking.
Yeah, he definitely would have probably moved potentially everyone back one position if that didn't happen.
Yeah, no doubt. And then I also, just because he has declined his interview, I want to talk about Doc Hopper real. That dude's got speed.
Yeah, man. I feel like it was kind of the same thing as me. Like just kind of hung around for most of the night, figuring it out. But at the end, he was there. I was impressed, and he was catching us a little bit at the end. Like I was looking at the times, and because we were battling it out so hard, he was gaining a little bit.
Yeah, I just want to see what happens if Doc Hopper decides he wants to pass people.
Right? Yeah, he is very courteous to a fault at times. Where, yeah, if he just stayed in it, he's gonna be a threat. For sure.
Like sometimes I just want to shake him. Like, dude, you're fast. Just go be fast.
Yeah, I think it's just like because he's relatively new, he's just trying to make sure he doesn't make any enemies by making mistakes, trying to push it too hard, right? But yeah, he's got to find that line because he's got the speed. He can definitely be doing a little better, I think.
All right, but he had a fantastic night. Third, I think, ties his career best finish. Points. He did a great job tonight.
Nice.
But Conky, you did a great job tonight. Congratulations
Thanks,
on the second place finish. I'm going to be missing next week, so I guess I'll see you at Homestead in a couple weeks.
Oh, I'm looking forward to that. We got Pocono next week, too. That's a good one for me.
Yep, so like you said, Pocono next week. I will the week off, and then Homestead, the regular season finale in 2 weeks, and then we'll start the playoffs after that. So, the Coke 600. Ruby gets the win. Doc's declined his interview, so Conky, you're the final interview for the night.
All right. Thank you for everything. Have a good night.
You too. Thank you. Stuck with me for that one. And congratulations to Ruby. And I will see you guys in 2 weeks for Homestead, the regular season finale. Good night.